Welcome to my eating show. I made myself a chicken meatball noodle soup with spiralized vegetables. So you'll get to see me slurping up some noodles here, which are made from a vegetable called a kohlrabi, and I used a spiralizer to make it. And in this I have, like I said, my chicken meatballs, and there's ginger and lemongrass in these. And then I have my kohlrabi vegetable here, or green. So hi Lauren. So the kohlrabi, I did do a mukbang, not a mukbang, or was a grocery haul or something where I showed you what kohlrabi looked like, the whole thing, the limbs and the bulb. So this is the leaf of it. It's edible. And then, of course, this is the bulb. And I have carrots and mushrooms. So this is what I'm having today. I'm hoping this tastes good because I've never had it before. Lately, I've been really creative in the kitchen. My day's been going good. And these noodles are nice and tender. It really does remind me of wheat noodles, even though this is a vegetable. And yes, this soup is good. I'm so proud of myself. Pat myself on the back. So, for my drink, Stella Moscato. I don't know if I really don't feel like drinking today. To tell you the truth, I just really want to go to bed. Earlier this morning, I wasn't feeling very well. I don't know if it was just the building that I work at, but it got really, really cold. I had 2 jackets on. I had my Gore-Tex winter jacket, and then I had that one on and the hood to it. And that jacket's pretty warm, but I was still cold, so I got my other sports jacket. It's pretty warm too, and I had that on my legs. I was so cold. Ooh. Cloudy, cold, and it might rain. Well, everybody's getting the rain except for us, so enjoy it. Although I don't know. Do I like hot rain or cold rain? Because I've never really experienced either. I think when I was in Hawaii, it rained every day while I was there. But it was in December when I went to Hawaii, so the weather was perfect. You can't get better weather than that. Oh, and it was so pretty there. It was nice and green. Oh, someone said that I could easily get a teaching job over there, but because they have a hard time keeping teachers in Hawaii. And Hawaii is very expensive. So, I don't know. There's a reason why I don't have children. And it's because I don't know what to do around kids, you know? I'm just... Plus, I just don't find them that interesting. Hot. I want one of these meatballs. Hi, unknown entity. That's hot. That's a good meatball. Let's see if I can get it closer to the camera. Well, my chicken meatball there. That's a good meatball. I have ginger and lemongrass in this meatball. This is kohlrabi green right here. I try to get it closer to the camera, but this is piping hot, and I don't want to spill it. Let me see if I can move some of this out of the way. Okay, let me see if I can get this closer to the camera so you can see it. See? Or I don't know if you can see that. Yep, I made the soup myself. Everything that I've been eating on my channel for the past, gosh, I want to say the past month I've made myself or longer. Oh, hi. Is it Rabiana? I wanted some lumpia so bad. But oh, cool. I wanted lumpia. I still might go get some this weekend. But then I was like looking at the recipe and thinking I can make this myself, you know? So that might be something I'll do. Oh, really? So if that's your specialty unknown entity, what is the wrapper made out of? Is that a wheat wrapper or a rice wrapper? I love lumpia, and I've been craving something crunchy. Something fried and crunchy, you know what I mean? It's a rice wrapper? Really? Huh. See, I couldn't find anything online. My hair is getting in my way. Oh, hot. Not like spicy, but temperature. Let me see how these carrots taste. This is really good. Yeah, I've just been craving that crunchiness of lumpia. But then I started thinking about other things that I could wrap up in a rice wrapper. And I was thinking, wow, I could make like small egg roll size carne asada rolls. And I'm like, wow, that would taste really good because I've been craving chipotle as well. See, I was worried about using a rice wrapper because the wrappers that I saw don't look like they're made from rice. Because, yeah. These kohlrabi greens are really good. But it's a different rice wrapper than the spring rolls, right? Than the Vietnamese spring rolls. Is there another fly in here? I thought I saw one. I just don't want to do a Filipino lumpia mukbang using a rice wrapper and then get like hundreds of comments from Filipinos saying, "Oh, you used the wrong wrapper." Because believe it or not, someone on their blog, they posted how they made their lumpia with the, I know with the flies, right? Someone, she posted how she used the Vietnamese rice wrappers for her lumpia. And then again, a Filipino person, they put in the comments, "You used the wrong wrapper. They don't look like this," and yada, yada, yada. And the girl knew this. She put, this is, I wanted a gluten-free version, and this is what I used. And people still left comments, so I was like, I don't really know if I want to do that. How's the week's coming? Like, I keep seeing, it might be an eyelash, because sometimes my eyelashes will grow downward and I'll see it and think it's a bug or something. That might be what it is. I don't know, but I think it is a fly. I'm fine. The week's coming. How are you? I think I missed a comment. Or soft. You can eat it right then and there. Lumpia, you have to fry it first. Okay. But the lumpia wrappers are made of rice. Because like I said, that blog, she said she couldn't find, gluten-free wrappers, so she used the rice wrappers. Okay. Oh, this is good. And my meatballs. I made these meatballs yesterday. Ooh, they're hot on the inside. Oh, okay. Made out of ground rice. Okay. Those are hot. See, look at my noodles. This noodle is made out of a vegetable. I'm telling you, I'm really loving this vegetable because the noodles, ooh, what is that? I don't know what that is. The noodles really hold up well to cooking. Because I've tried potatoes and the potatoes get way too soft. They start turning into mashed potato. But this one's really good. It's still in its noodle form. Give me another mushroom. Oh, hi, Jermaine. You're in the same, well, obviously. Oh, thank you. I'm not a picky eater. I just have a lot of food allergies. So I have to tell people, because I know people who are picky eaters. Oh, they're like, oh, I don't like the way that looks, or oh, that has a funny smell, I can't eat it, or I can't stand that. No, I'm not like that. There's very few things that I wouldn't eat if I didn't have food allergies. I would be all over the place. And I'm pretty adventurous with my food. Yeah. It's tough having allergies. Well, thank you for my the compliment on my top. The way it's coming. You make me feel like a fashionista. You're a picky eater. I know a lot of people who are. And those are people I would never go to restaurants with because they only want to go to... Let me see. What is it? Let me see. Where's... I went out with this guy. It wasn't a date. We were just getting our training. I got a cookbook. I got a Filipino cookbook. So if I can't visit there, I'll be cooking. Hi, Jen. Oh, no. That I know people with those types of severe allergies. They can't even have the food touch their skin. Hello, Jermaine. And I know you're in school watching me eat. Shame on you. Just like I know a couple of you are probably at work watching me eat right now. Oh, that's good. I have a feeling I'm still going to be hungry after this because this is all vegetable with the exception of the chicken. Oh no. 2 a.m.? Well, where do you live, unknown entity? Are you in the Philippines or something? 2 a.m.? I'm trying to figure out where is it 2 a.m. there? I love homeschool. That's the only way I would do it if I had kids. These meatballs are really good, y'all. I have a lot of friends who homeschool their children. Oh no, they still haven't given her an enema? Oh, yeah, EpiPen. I'm not that allergic yet. It's hard sucking these noodles in my mouth. I'm not anaphylactic with any of my allergies, thank goodness. But it still makes life miserable. She needs to go on and do the enema because if she doesn't, she'll die. It all depends on how you want to raise your children. Like with homeschooling, the parent is responsible for teaching their kids. So, mom or dad, they have to be able to teach them. I've known some folks that I just don't think their kids, none of my friends fit in this category, but there are some people I know that they would not be good homeschoolers for their children just because they're kind of lazy when it comes to academics. And then there's people who can't homeschool because mom has to work. I mean, the benefits of homeschooling, a lot of people say that homeschooled kids aren't socialized, and I find that to not be true. I find the kids to be very socialized. I mean, mom or dad has to put extra effort in getting their kids around their other children, but they tend to be the most mature kids I've ever been around. They're very pleasant children. We're given all the things that I've heard that they're teaching in schools nowadays. I wouldn't want my kids in public school. And most private schools are run by, a lot of them are run by religious organizations. So, yeah, I just go on and get that enema. When I had my really bad constipation, I was in South Korea. And I went to one of the U.S. military doctors. And they told me that if my constipation didn't clear up with the syrup they gave me, that they would have to do an enema. And let me tell you, it hurts to walk when you're constipated. You feel like the sharp pain in I think it's in your back, if I'm not mistaken. Like you step down and you feel the sharp pain because you're so constipated. You get pains in weird places, you know what I mean? And it's just because you're constipated. And it hurts to sit down a certain way. And so I don't know how long she's been constipated, but I wouldn't have. I was at the point where I'm like, look, that's why I had to go to the doctor. I'm like, this is starting to really get to me. Yeah, I mean, it's weird. You get that pain in your back because you can't take a poop. I mean, yeah. Yeah, it's just crazy. I haven't had that level of constipation in a long time, but that was very uncomfortable. The poop emoji. Yeah, that's no fun. That was no fun. Because I was in the military and I would have to go out in the field and do stories and carry heavy camera equipment and stuff like that. I couldn't have back pain every time I took a step because I was so constipated. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm. I was only like that for about a week, so I don't know how she's able to handle being constipated that long. I'd be begging for an enema. Yeah. Yeah, because you cleared the blockage, you know, of course you're going to have that explosion. But it's going to feel so good. I can't believe my soup is almost gone. Mm-hmm. Meatballs are good. This soup was even better than the soup that I had on Wednesday. And the Wednesday soup was really spicy. And this isn't spicy at all. She just needs to go get that enema. What is she afraid of? Because I'm telling you. I want some more meatballs. I made extra meatballs to put in my soup here. So I'm just going to drop those in there. Eat them all. I was going to make myself a scramble and then to go with this, but I'm like, man, if I do that, then I'll want to eat it all, and then that kind of defeats the purpose of not overeating, you know, because I will eat everything in front of me if it's good. Yeah. I couldn't fit them all in here, or the pot would have overflowed. So, because I cooked this inside the little pot here on the stove. So this sits on the stove, and this is what I cooked the soup in. So, extra meatball. Ooh, is that a mushroom? Give me a mushroom. See, I've never had an enema. I would think that the explosion would be like just a once kind of thing, since the dam has been broken and everything can flow freely. But maybe it's one of those reoccurring explosions. Hi, Sharina. How are you? What is the meatball dance? Well, I have my happy dance, which is I'm eating a good soup here that I made myself. I wish I could have shared it with you guys because it is delicious. What? Okay, ooh. Wow. Well, I don't know how many feet of intestine, but that kind of makes sense. I made this myself. And I must eat too fast. My noodles were made out of a vegetable that I spiralized, and then I had chicken meatballs. So technically there was chicken and noodles, so it was a chicken noodle soup. I don't know what to call it because I didn't really follow a recipe for this. I'm getting really good with these chopsticks. Oh, how did I make it? I used chicken broth as my base. Then I added some mirin, coconut aminos, which is my soy sauce substitute. I added fish sauce to it. And then some ginger and lemongrass. So that's what was my base. And I made my noodles using kohlrabi, which you probably never heard of that. Wow. And so, what else? Oh, the chicken meatballs I made yesterday. And I used tapioca starch to give them, because they're kind of spongy. I used tapioca starch. I used ginger, lemongrass, garlic, fresh garlic, and mirin, soy sauce, not soy, but coconut aminos, and then again fish sauce. So pretty much the same stuff that I had in the broth. But I boiled them, and then today I pan fried them to give them the gold color that's on the outside. And yes, it is very good. I'm not vegetarian and I love spaghetti squash. It's just spaghetti squash doesn't give me the long noodles. Like the noodles that comes out of from... There's two vegetables I like to spiralize, and it's chayote squash and then kohlrabi. Those are my two favorite, and they give really long noodles. And these noodles are actually very similar in texture to wheat noodles. If you cook them for just the right amount of time, and I cooked these just right today. They're very, 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 very nice noodles. Tinola. Does that have a lot of ginger in it? Because my friend's mom made it was a very gingery chicken soup. Oh, it's so good. I can't remember what she called it. And my friend's mom is Filipino. Okay. Nope. Man. I only have one meatball left. Oh, woe is me. I'm just going to sip on some broth. I love ginger. I just love the way it tastes. Oh, so you have, see, the Wake's Cummings had kohlrabi. Yes, it tastes a lot like cabbage. It actually is part of the cabbage family. It's one of my favorite vegetables, but it's really hard to find. But now that I know my local Walmart sells it, I go in there every once in a while, and every time they have it for sale, I buy it because I never know when I'll see it again. I might make some Filipino spaghetti with the leftover noodles that I have. You would like spiralized kohlrabi then. I can't quite put my finger on what the kohlrabi leaves taste like, but I want to say they kind of taste like collard greens, but I don't know. Oh no, this is a 3-day weekend. Sometimes it's better to just take vacation time. If you have it, say you're gonna I've never had to work, well, in the last 5 years I've only worked one weekend. So yeah, one of my soups, I want to say my galbi tang had the translucent noodles, the glass noodles. And then also one of my other soups had the clear noodles in it. I keep those noodles in my cabinet because some are, but not kohlrabi. You can eat the whole thing. I never take vacation. Because it's hard for me to come back. I'll call in. I haven't called in the last 2 months, but there's like usually one day a month where I'll call in and not come to work. But I'm a vacation time hoarder. I just like to have a lot of vacation time because you never know, something might happen. I might get sick and not be able to work. Yeah, I just can't. This broth is really good. And I tend to get a little depressed when I come back from vacation or, vacation, because I'm like, why do I have to come back here? Not to my job. If I could take my job and plop it in another state, in another city, I would be so happy. I just don't like the location of it. I need to find a job I can telecommute to. That way I can live anywhere and just call in, you know what I mean? I haven't visited family in a couple years. When was the last time I left California? Oh, last year on Labor Day, September 5th or whatever. That was when my cousin got married. I flew back to Maryland to go to her wedding, and that was the last time. I'm not close to any of my family either. I didn't grow up around them. So, yeah, I didn't grow up around my mom or my dad's side of the family. So I'm just like, I don't want to spend my vacation time and money, because plane tickets are, to fly back east, it's over $500. And I'm like, I could use that money for other things. I don't enjoy spending money on a plane ticket just to sit in someone else's house. I can sit at home. I was born in Michigan. Yeah, that's because people move so far away from their family. I don't have any close friends anymore. So, yeah, not close friends. Not close like I had in high school and college. Maybe. But I know people who ethnically, they come from cultures where family is really important, but because they grew up so far away from their family, that was the issue. They're not very close to them. So it might mostly depend on where you live. Because it's hard to keep in touch with people when they live, like for me, most of my family is back east. So it's hard for me to keep in touch with them and to keep up with them with that distance. It just doesn't work. Oh, I ate my last meatball. Damn. That was a good meatball. Yeah, I haven't seen him in 3 years. That's how it happens. I think also for me is I grew up in the military and then I ended up serving in the military. So that, even as a child, I didn't have a stable core group of people. Like, it constantly changed because people would get new duty assignments, and so they would have to pack their stuff up and leave. So I never had the same group of friends throughout school. And then, of course, I served in the military myself, and there's another, you meet just a lot of people coming and going in my life, so I don't feel, like I need to attach myself to someone. It's not good to be attached. I met this guy, and he was from Texas, but he served in the U.S. Air Force, and that was one of the things he said that was hard for him, because he would meet people in the Air Force, and he would really like them, and they would hang out all the time, and then they would leave and go to a new duty assignment. And he said he didn't like that feeling because he grew up in Houston. He grew up in the same neighborhood, going to the same schools with the same people pretty much his whole life. And then all of a sudden there's this switch where every so months, a new person would come in their life, and then someone he got used to having around would leave, and he hated that feeling. And I said, well, welcome to my world. That was my entire life. Okay, unknown entity. You have yourself a good sleep, because after I'm done with this mukbang, I'm going to be going to sleep myself. Somebody asked me a question. Let me go back. Hi, Aphrodite. Okay. I wasn't in the hospital, Aphrodite. That was the Wake's coming sister. She had constipation. I know, because on Wednesday you thought I was in the hospital. We weren't talking about me. We were talking about his sister. There. Was it a job that took your friend away? See you again, unknown entity. I'll be doing a mukbang on Tuesday because, don't forget, if you haven't, there's going to be another U.S. presidential debate on Sunday night. It might be Monday morning for some of you, but... Oh, you've been worried. Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought I told you in the mukbang. Because I know you asked if I was okay, and I said, I'm not, there's nothing wrong. You were talking about the Wake's coming sister. Yeah. No, I remember you were asking on that day, and I'm like, no, I'm not sick. I did feel like I was getting a cold this morning, though, so. Yeah, I saw something about Hurricane Matthew. Yeah. Oh, it's devastating Florida? Oh, no. Oh, no. I'm trying to debate on whether would I rather be in an earthquake or a hurricane. And you know what? I've been in so many earthquakes, they're not scary to me anymore, but I've never experienced a hurricane. And I know in Houston, my uncle and his family had to evacuate because they had to evacuate Houston one year. I forgot what hurricane that was for. But they ended up getting a lot of damage to their house. No, he just left and moved on. Oh, no. Aw. It happens. There's a lot of people that I would have lost touch with forever if it wasn't for Facebook. Oh. Yeah, it's devastating when you have a friend that moves away. But I've been experiencing that since I was a little girl. So it's like every other year I had a new best friend. So I can sincerely say I don't miss people anymore. I just kind of expect them to leave and... Oh, man. I'm going to have to look at the Google News. Jacksonville, Florida. Oh, no. Completely destroyed. Oh, I don't like that. It's so close to the holidays that this is happening. I'm trying to think of where Daytona Beach and Jacksonville are. But I'm not familiar with Florida. I know where St. Petersburg is. That's pretty much it. And Tampa. And Pensacola. Oh, yeah. Like, everybody I know is complaining about how much rain they're getting, and California is in a drought right now. Send some of that rain our way. Oh, wow. Okay, Orlando and Tampa. Okay. See, I thought about moving to Florida when my dad was there, because he used to live in Tampa, but then he decided he wanted to move to South Carolina, and I said, well, I'm sorry, Dad, I'm not moving to any of those Carolina states. Those are states I'll visit, but I won't live there. I told him, I said, if you had stayed in Tampa, I would have moved to Tampa, but I'm not moving to South Carolina. Bye, Lauren. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, there's just some places I'm not willing to live. And I've considered Georgia. I'll still apply for Georgia, but okay, I'll see you next week. I'll likely do a mukbang on Tuesday. I think my dad was talking about rain, but I think he was in Alabama when I spoke to him on the phone on Sunday. Yeah, I don't... See, I looked at Augusta, Georgia, and it looks so pretty there. And then because that's only 40 minutes away from my dad. But then I was like, there's nothing in Augusta, Georgia. So I figured maybe Atlanta. But everything that people said about Atlanta, I have an army buddy from Atlanta. I actually have a couple army buddies from Atlanta. I don't really like what they have to say about Atlanta. The governor of South Carolina is a Muslim. Well, good for South Carolina. I don't even know who the governor of California is, so who the hell am I? I don't. No, but I didn't know that. But I've just never cared for the Carolinas, north or south. I really like Texas. That's the state I want to move to. Hi, Esmeralda. Oh, I'm good. How are you? I finished my soup. It was really good. I'm well fed now. I feel like I want to go to sleep. Just go lay down in my bed and sleep for 15 hours. But I think I might be catching a cold or something. Yeah, there's no place where I can be where I won't experience something, but we do get tornadoes here in California. We had a tornado touch ground here in Antelope Valley a few years back. Is Johnny Depp in the new Pirates movie? Because I saw previews for that, but I didn't see Johnny Depp, so I'm like, well, Captain Sparrow is where it's at, you know? No matter where I live, I'm going to be living in some type of natural. I live in earthquake. I live on an earthquake fault, the San Andreas fault. That's where I currently live, right on top of it. No matter where I go, I'm going to have to experience some type of natural element thing. So I'm not really scared of that. Texas is where I want to live, so I'll live there despite the tornadoes. It was a chicken. There were noodles that I made out of a vegetable. I spiralized a vegetable and turned it into a noodle. And then I had chicken meatballs, and the chicken meatballs had ginger and lemongrass in it. Yeah, we get them so often I don't even feel them anymore. I mean, I feel them, but it's like, oh, we're having an earthquake. You know, it doesn't faze me. I'm closer to my dad to my mom. But my soup had kohlrabi noodles. It had mushrooms. It had chicken meatballs. And it had kohlrabi leaf, because kohlrabi has a bulb and then leaves. So I spiralized the bulb and I chopped up the leaves and put it in here. And then I had carrots. So that's what my soup was. And my soup base was chicken stock. And then I put ginger, lemongrass, coconut aminos, fish sauce, and mirin. So it was really good. Yeah, exactly. So, like, natural disasters will happen everywhere I go. So, I mean, if I don't want to live near a natural disaster, then I might as well just kill myself. And that's not going to happen. It's because it's been cold outside. It's kind of cold in the house right now, and that's the perfect thing to warm yourself up. Plus, I had a little bit of explosive bowels a couple of days ago, so I need to replenish my liquids. I think it was yesterday. Oh my gosh. Thursday was not a good day for me. And because what I had on Wednesday was spicy, it came out hot. And I'm like, you're just like, oh, that's how I was. This soup was really good. I need to write down the recipe for it so people can duplicate it, because it was a really good soup. You know what? I did not kill that fly, and I thought I saw it flying around earlier today, but it could be an eyelash. No, well, protein. You have to look at it like that. And hey, that fly might be the flavor that might be the one thing that enhances the flavor of my food. So, sorta. My chicken noodle wasn't exactly chicken noodly. I mean, there were noodles and there was chicken, but it didn't have the standard chicken noodle profile, because I like Asian flavors. I always have to put fish sauce in there. I always have to put coconut aminos, and coconut aminos is what I use instead of soy because I'm allergic to soy. No. Nope. I was a good kid. I was a perfect child. I'm not saying that because, but I really was a perfect child. Oh, for the mandu, I have Munchie's channel has a recipe. It's just trying to find a wrap. Because you have to, the mandu skins, I don't want to do wheat. I don't want to use wheat flour. So I have to find an alternative. So far I've been looking at rice roll wrappers. And I don't know if they'll work well. My hair looks fantastic. Holy crap. Looks so much better on camera than it does when I look in a mirror. Yeah, they can be made with rice wraps. There's just, why can't you taste wine? That is so weird. What's wrong with wine? Are you an alcoholic? Is that why? Because, people who are alcoholics can't have alcohol, obviously. I don't know if you know I'm not an alcoholic because I only drink on mukbang days. And to tell you the truth, I wouldn't drink it right now. Crab stew. Have I ever had family? What kind of family issues are you talking about? You got to be specific because that's a broad subject. I might try it as long as there's no tofu. I hate tofu and I'm allergic to tofu, so. But I've hated tofu before I found out I was allergic to it. I mean, who would eat a big block of white wobbly? I mean, I like certain things that wobble, like Japanese cheesecake wobbles when you go like this to it, but I don't like tofu. Oh, your religion. Well, that sucks. Because I read the Quran and you guys believe in Jesus and Jesus turned water into wine. So I'm not really sure what's so bad about something that Jesus can create. So I look at this as just nothing more than water. My rationalization. It's just water. Korean spices. Oh, yeah. I don't know. I might have to lay off with the gochu because I had explosive bowels Thursday, and it came out hot. You could see some of the red pepper chili flake. It was not pretty. Oh, okay. I might try it without the hot pepper flakes, because I can't do that. No more spicy back door. Like a flaming back door is not very comfortable. But that might have been my body. You know how people get sick? There's a lot of people at work that were sick, but they had colds and stuff. So I'm thinking maybe I was catching a cold, but I kind of responded differently. I don't know. Yeah. I have no idea. I probably will never make it. But I don't want to buy seafood and then have to drive an hour to get it home. So that'll probably be something that I don't do. If I get seafood, it has to be frozen from a local store. Maybe I responded. That's what I was thinking. Maybe I had the cold and I responded differently. My body was just like, we'll just help you get over this quicker by making it all come out of your ass. I don't know. Alcohol is a toxin. Hey, alcohol will save you if you travel to foreign countries and you like to eat their street food. I was told don't drink the water, but drink the alcohol because that'll keep you from getting stomach bugs, and it actually works. I never got diarrhea when I went to Mexico. Fabio! I was wondering when you were going to stop in. How are you? I was wondering, like, where's Fabio? I'm so glad I stayed on just a little longer because I was about to end this early because I want to go upstairs and go to sleep. Hey, I have to ask you guys something. When you get really tired, do you get horny? Because that happens when I'm really tired and I can't go to sleep. I get horny and I get pissed off because... Oh, thank you, Fabio. It makes my boobs look bigger. And that's a plus because... Well, I do have some bacon right here. I'm not always horny, but... It's only 1 hour. I'll nibble on some bacon. I'm almost done with my wine, too. Look at how much wine I have left. Because it happens quite a bit. When I'm really tired and I can't go to sleep, I get horny. I get so horny that I want to fight someone. Like, I feel really aggressive. Like, I just want to punch somebody in the face. I'm going to get the giggles. Did I get the giggles last time I ate bacon or something? Or was it the last time I had alcohol? I'm so immune to this alcohol now, it's like grape juice. Well, I don't want to overeat, too. I ate that soup very slow. I mean, by the last broth that I slurped up, it was ice cold. I had a soup with chicken meatballs, carrots, mushrooms, and I spiralized kohlrabi and made noodles out of it. And then I took the leaves of the kohlrabi and I put them in here as well. So it was almost like a chicken noodle soup. I posted some video of my soup cooking on Instagram. It looked delicious. I didn't have an egg in there. I thought about cracking an egg over in there, but I decided not to. Oh. There's nothing wrong with the relaxing bath. So do you really take a bath or a shower? Because I'll say something like, I need to go take a bath. But what I really mean is I'm going to take a shower. I don't find baths relaxing. My mom told me that when I was a little girl, she would have to take me out of the bathtub as soon as she was done rinsing the soap off because I was scared of the soap foam that would float on top of the water. And I would scream and like, take me out, take me out. And so when I got older, we moved to California, we had a shower and I never took baths. I prefer showers all the way. I'm a shower girl. I want to see my dirt roll off my body and down the drain immediately. I don't want to boil in it. Nope. Yeah, just the thought of boiling in my own dirt just kind of... Yeah, hot shower. I have to wash my hair tomorrow, so I'll be in the shower for at least an hour. And I'm the opposite. I still feel dirty. Yeah. And I have a handheld shower head, so I can get that shower head at the best angles. I love that. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's called severe drought. When people start sharing bath water. Be surprised who does that. I don't even like spas or jacuzzis because, again, people are sweating and sloughing skin off, and it's just, I know there's chlorine in the water, but still, it's like, ew. Called severe porness. Okay. Ew. That's another reason why I don't really want to learn how to swim, because I can't fathom the idea of swimming in a public swimming pool. Oh, that kind of stuff just grosses me out. I don't know, but ew. Well, there goes my diet. I still got a piece of bacon left. I want to make some scrambled eggs. Excuse me. I want to go to sleep. Take a nice hot shower and go to sleep. That seems like a good idea. It probably does, but it still doesn't make me feel good. And then you'll be at the pool and you'll see people, I guess while they were swimming, they took in that pool water in their mouth and they spit it out. That just grosses me out. Everything about that grosses me out. Ew. But then someone told me that ocean water is salty because of all the fish and stuff pooping and peeing and letting and squirting their sperm in the water. So yeah. Ew. I eat too many eggs to buy the organic free range. I go through 60 eggs a month. And that's just me. This is bacon. Now, churros are round. This is flat. See how flat that is? Yep. Flat. I'm almost done with my bacon. All I have left is my wine. I wouldn't move to Florida anyway. Yeah, I don't have any family in Florida anymore. If my dad still lived there, I would move there, but he's not, so. Plus, they got flying cockroaches. But someone brought the flying cockroaches to California because we have them where I live. I'm probably going to be cooking. I haven't been to all the states to say which one is my least favorite, so I can't answer that. I can't even say which is my favorite because I haven't been to them all. But I really liked Texas when I went there. I hate cockroaches, but the ones that fly terrify me because they look like little hummingbirds. And we've had the flying cockroaches in the area that I live in. I think we got those about 5 or 6 years ago. That's when I saw the first flying cockroach in California. I was like, that is disgusting. And I was one of those people that like to keep my windows cracked. I don't do that anymore. My windows roll all the way up because them nasty things ain't getting in my car. Yeah, I hate all insects too, but some I hate more than others. Raid. You use raid. A flamethrower. A torch. Ugh. I hate bugs. That was good bacon. Facebook is poison. I stopped doing Facebook for 2 months ago. I said, no more Facebook. It's just toxic. Oh my goodness, you took someone else's phone and threw it at a cockroach? Yeah, I would have walked away slowly too, be like, oh, hopefully you didn't see me pick it up. Yeah, I would get anxiety. I would click on the Facebook app on my phone and get with the anxiety attack. I'm like, no, I can't do it. Oh, I just don't do Facebook anymore. I thought maybe I was the only one that was like, this stuff is toxic. Yeah, I just had to get off. Very ugly. I'm so paranoid about Facebook, I won't even log in and disable my account. But I bet the person was like, where's my phone? Oh no. So the internet people didn't fix your internet, Fabio? I need a burp. Excuse me. When my wine is gone, I'm going to have to say goodbye to you guys. Because I need to go upstairs and get some much needed sleep. Wow. That'll learn them. Don't put your phone down. Woo, man. Oh, I want to go to sleep so bad. I'm tired, Fabio, and 2.5 hours is long. for mukbang. Most people's mukbangs are 30 minutes max. And I have a bed to hit and a shower to take, you know what I mean? I'm just getting off work when I get home, and then I hop on the computer and do the mukbang, so I don't know what I'm making. I might try to make something fried this weekend. I don't know. I was thinking about making a Japanese cheesecake. I'm sorry. I just can't do 2.5 hours. I'm like debating, should I do half an hour every day or... But half hour turns into an hour and a half. Oh, I make the effort to interact. Well, still, do you watch Eat with Justine? She does live mukbangs every once in a while, and hers aren't nearly as long as mine. And she's interactive. I think I'm just tired. Make the stream 2 hours. Well, it's already at almost an hour and a half. I've been dreaming about my bed. Like, I got out of bed last night to get ready for work, and I did not want to get out of my bed. A country veg soup mukbang. Why would I do a vegetarian soup, Fabio? I'm a meat eater. There's going to be some type of animal product in my food. I eat an egg I help chickens have abortions almost every day of the week. I love chicken eggs. I love the meat. It's the meat that gave this soup flavor. I use chicken broth. I don't even bother looking at that vegetable broth stuff. I'm like, what the heck? Give me some animal flesh. And that would be one plus living close to my dad, because he raises cows. So I would get grass-fed beef. I would be able to get myself some grass-fed beef. Some ribeye. There's nothing like good sausage in your mouth. You got to put a piece of elongated, phallus-shaped meat in your mouth. You just have to. You haven't seen egg... I didn't eat any egg custard pie on my show. I thought I did, but maybe I didn't. Because that time I had the Kahlua cream pie, I bought the egg custard pie at the same time. Egg custard pie is just a sweet quiche. That's all it is. Instead of vegetables in it, it's just egg and probably some cream and some sugar. But those pies, they're like twice as much as they used to be or something. But I don't know. Marie Callender's usually has a sale on their pies right around Halloween. Egg bastard pie, yeah. Oh, I ate that pie. I probably just didn't eat it on camera. And I ate that egg. I can eat an egg custard in one sitting, the whole thing. Not like the Kahlua cream. I got really sick because it was too sweet. Dedicated to egg bastard pie. It is delicious. It's such a good pie. I could easily make that at home. I could probably do rice wrappers as instead. Make some mini ones and use rice wrappers as the crust. That's something to think about. I don't know. I really want to try the Japanese cheesecake. Oh, well, thank you, Aphrodite. Sometimes I'm like, my mukbangs must be really boring. And then people are always telling me, I love your mukbangs. And I'm like, really? I don't feel like I eat enough, but I'm not trying to gain 50 million pounds. Oh no, you don't have a laptop? Oh, see? I know I sleep better after a mukbang. I like New York cheesecake, but I'm really dying to try the Japanese. I can't even talk. I'm dying to try the Japanese cheesecake, and I found the perfect recipe for it. It's gluten-free. I'm not allergic to anything in it. It does have milk and cream and cream cheese, but it's got a lot of egg. Yeah, I watch her mukbangs every once in a while. She eats a lot of food. And I've actually seen one of her mukbangs where she complained about the amount of weight she was gaining. You have to work out like crazy to keep the weight off if you eat like her. I don't have a favorite cheesecake. Excuse me. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. He broke his MacBook and he don't want to talk about it. I don't know, Fabio. I've gotten frustrated, but I don't toss my phone or my laptops across the room. I've broken a couple of printers, though. I don't have any thoughts about her eating habits because I don't pay for her health insurance, so therefore I don't care. To each his own. That's why I don't favor free healthcare. Hey, when you are financially responsible for your own health care, you can eat whatever the hell you please, however many times a day you want, however you want. But once you start trying to dip into my paycheck, then I take issues. You have anger issues. So do I. But I think first. My mind says, what's the least expensive thing I can throw across the room, and that's what I pick up. If I were Kimmy, maybe Kimmy doesn't have a full-time job and can work out 3 hours a day. I don't know. Because, if you've ever watched the Korean mukbanger Bonds, he eats more food than Kimmy, but he works out 4 hours a day. He's slender. He has a nice body, by the way. Nice. I've seen him shirtless. Oh, nice. Anyway. But generally speaking, I don't spend much time thinking about other people. I focus on Shavonne in listening to my body and paying attention to my food side portions and stuff like that. I've broken a couple of printers before, but now that things are getting more expensive, well, not really more expensive, I just know not to pick up. I usually will pick up something soft and throw it across the room, because then I know it won't break. And I will throw it not at something breakable. So throw it towards the ground like a shoe or something. You break stuff and then smile to the world like nothing's wrong. No, I got my, if I break something, I still have my bitch face on when I'm done breaking it. Yeah. I don't know. I'm subscribed to her channel, but like I said, I don't spend much time thinking about what she should and shouldn't be eating. Because I don't pay for her health insurance. I don't buy her meals, and I don't prepare her meals, so I don't care. I know, it's like, probably, that's how Shavonne minds Shavonne's business. I don't spend time worrying about other people's business. That's her business. People put too much time and energy thinking about other people, and it's just like, why? If that person is happy, she's expressed how she doesn't like the amount of weight she's gained. That's why I do not. Yeah, I'm like, if you want free healthcare, you can go to Denmark, you can move to Canada, you can go to Sweden. All those countries give free healthcare. Move there. I'm going to stay here. But I have no choice but to watch my health. If I eat everything that I want to eat, I would be in the hospital right now having chronic asthma attacks. Because I love almonds, I love peaches, I don't love peanuts. I tolerate them, but there's a lot of things I'm allergic to that I actually really love the taste of it. Well, she's a slow eater. She just eats more than I would eat. To me, she's not that big of an eater compared to some of the Korean mukbangers from Korea. Now they're stupid crazy with the amount of food they eat. Skinny as a rail too. But oh man. Oh, I love cashews, and I'm not allergic to those, but they're expensive. So they would break the bank if I bought cashews all the time and nibbled on them. I have to have my cashews raw, because if I get them salted, I usually will have a reaction to them. And it's because they'll salt the cashews in the same facility that they salt almonds and peanuts and all the other nuts that I'm allergic to. Yeah, she eats a lot, but I mean, if you don't like it, don't watch it. That's my philosophy. If you don't like the way she eats, don't watch her. Oh, see, I don't know. I mean, I watch every once in a while. She has to eat something that I've never had before in order for me to tune in. And I'm not as bothered by her eating habits as the two of you. You really need to take a chill pill. Yeah, it's like whatever. It is what it is. wine tastes really good. I don't know. I've seen a lot of the American mukbangers. They don't look like they work out at all. Oh. I don't work out at all. That's why I'm like, nah. But I'm paying the price too, because you can see it in my arms. Well, you probably think I have normal shaped arms, but my arms used to be a lot smaller. Oh, well, I mean, she has her. I mean, I can't knock anybody for that because I have my favorite foods. My favorite food is Korean food. I love Korean food. I would eat it all the time if I could. And there are other foods that I don't enjoy. Like I don't like Thai food and I don't like Italian or Mexican. Even though I'll eat a burrito. I'm not a fan of high carb cuisines. I just don't. Oh, I don't know. I have to be, or else I'll be in the hospital. And I've been through the emergency room 2 to 3 times a week for a couple of months, and that got expensive. So, no thank you. When I figured out I was having, see, I have chronic asthma, but my asthma a lot of the times is triggered by the food I was eating. So I was eating all of my allergens and finding myself in the hospital. So I have no choice. I find Indian, well, Zayn Malik is half Pakistani, half British, half English or something like that. So, oh yeah, but I find him physically attractive. I would never date him or anything, but I can appreciate a good-looking man, and I think he's a very attractive guy. I like him more now that he has a beard, but not. I actually haven't met a man yet that couldn't carry a beard well, unless it's patchy. That's when it's like, no, just shave it off and just, learn to accept the fact that you'll never look like a man. Well, I don't know. I've never seen her pizza mukbangs because I don't really want to see people eat pizza. When I look for stuff on YouTube to watch, I look for, can you teach me how to cook something I've never had, or are you eating something I've never eaten? That's one of the reasons why when people are like, have you seen such and such channel? Have you seen? I'm like, no, I haven't seen it. I'm not really interested in watching mukbangs. I'll only tune in if there's something on there that I've never eaten myself, or yes, I like men. I mean, it doesn't no beard. I just don't like them obese. I don't like them super muscular and super skinny. Though I don't like extreme body types. So I don't have a preference when as long as it looks good on them. So, yeah, if as long as he's not morbidly obese or suffers from bigorexia. Bigorexia is those men who work out so much that they just muscles just like, that is just so unattractive. Ooh, excuse me. And then super skinny men. I've dated a lot of men who shave their hair, so they were completely bald. I've dated both black and white guys that were completely bald. I'm not particular about the hair as long as, if they're going bald, meaning they have like this bald and then side hair, my philosophy is just shave it all off and smile more so people don't think you're a skinhead. The worst year of my life. Ooh, that's a tie between the last 20 years, so I can't tell you. Can't answer that. They've all been pretty bad. Oh, I don't like bodybuilders at all. So unattractive. I do prefer my men on the taller side than short, so. But I focus mostly on their values and not on their physical looks. That's why I'm single, because a lot of men don't have good values anymore. But yeah. I don't like tattoos either. You enjoy your weekend too, Fabio. I experienced something horrible in Afghanistan. Was it the diarrhea? Because I got diarrhea really bad when I was over there. That was bad. Afghanistan was my second best duty assignment when I was in the military. So I don't like tattoos. The only tattoo I've ever been able to appreciate are the ones I can't see. So, get them on your torso, don't put them on your limbs. But people are like, I want everybody to see my ugly ass tattoos, and they just get them on their face and their hands and their forearms. And I'm like, no, I don't like tattoos at all. Oh, the Colonel. That's not a bad experience. It was a comical experience. I'm like trying to think, what bad experience did I have? No, I can tell you exactly what that was. The guys I was working with, they were going to go to the chow hall because I worked like the graveyard shift then. And they said, did you want anything? And they asked if they could get me some hot chocolate. I said, sure, get me hot chocolate. And I forgot that they only made hot chocolate in the DFAC with milk. So they brought it back to me and I drank it and it made me gassy. And I passed gas. I had my little chair at desk here, and then the other guy was at a desk on the other side of the room. And I had been breaking wind the whole night. So in the morning time, the Colonel came in, and as soon as he walked in, he smelled it. And I felt so bad. I'm like, oh my goodness. Yeah, I got diarrhea really bad in Afghanistan. I had to be given an IV, and I was put on bed rest for a day. That's how bad it was. But I think a lot of people, they couldn't figure out where it came from because there was an outbreak in the camp where a lot of people came down with dysentery. And I was one of them. And we suspect it was either the Afghani wedding that we had gone to, because a lot of us had gone to that wedding. And I actually did my very, very first video that I uploaded to YouTube was the Afghani traditional wedding that I had to attend. And that was, after that is when I got the dysentery. So, or it was like they said something about the bottled water. So they had to get rid of all the bottled water on the camp and bring in new bottled water. So it was either the food that was served or the bottled water. They never pinpoint where it came from, but a lot of us got diarrhea. It was like I said, I had to get an IV and put on bed rest for a day. I was so dehydrated. No, I didn't go to a hospital. There was no hospital in our camp. I just went to the little clinic at the camp. And I think they gave me an IV and then sent me back to my room to rest. So, there were no sick days in Afghanistan. Okay, I'll see you next week. I'm going to go too. because I want to go to bed and I have to clean the kitchen and all that kind of stuff. So I hope you have a nice weekend, and I will see you on Tuesday. Don't forget to watch the presidential debate on Sunday. But bye-bye, everybody. I'll see you next week. Have a good weekend. Bye.